Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the prototype design pattern and how we can use it in Symfony 7. The prototype design pattern solves the problem of cloning objects. Let's jump in. So if we head over to the project, as you can see here, I've created a new entity called manual, and inside of it has an ID and a vehicle and a title and a content. So the idea is that each vehicle will have an associated manual. The reason I created this is so that you can see how you can deeply clone an object using this method. So first off, let's create a new directory inside of service, and we'll call this the clonable service, like so. And then inside there we need to create a contract. A contract essentially is just an interface. And then we're going to call this clonable interface, like so. And then inside of here, that will have a public method. And actually here, we'll just do this. I'll cheat a little bit. So it will implement one method, and it will be this magic method, which is the clone. You'll see how this works later. Right. Okay, so now we've done that. That's pretty much all the setup we need. Now we head up over to, for example, the objects that we want to be clonable. So now we can implement that clonable interface that we just created, like so, and then add in the method stub. Now with this one, because inside of the vehicle we have a manual, so it will take care of the scalar properties itself. We don't have to worry about that. So when I say scalar, I mean like the strings, integers, and arrays and all that type of thing. Maybe not arrays, but anyway. What we have to do inside of here is we can say this manual is equal to clone this manual, like so. And everything else should be taken care of. The reason we have to do this is because this is an object, as you can see here, and we need to make sure that it knows we need to copy this object too. Okay, so now we're done with that. We can head over to the manual entity, and we can implement the same clonable interface. The cool part about implementing the interface as well is the fact that you will then also know exactly how many methods, how many objects are clonable, right? Which is quite useful. So for example, if I come over here, I can see that there are two that are implementing this interface, so I know there are two objects that are clonable, which is quite useful to know. Okay, so now we've implemented that. As you may have noticed, we didn't actually implement anything inside of this method in the manual because we don't need to. Okay, so now if we head over to the vehicle controller, and what we'll actually do here is we'll copy this path and we'll say vehicle clone, like so. And this will be the prototype pattern, design pattern. Okay, so we'll do exactly the same things in here. We can get rid of the Land Rover. We basically just need an object that's created. Okay, so we can use this the previous pattern, the builder design pattern, to create the object. And then inside of here, what we're going to do is we're going to say, so we need for example, a Jaguar manual first off. Manual, like so. So we'll just create a new manual. This should have a title. Then we Jaguar manual. Excuse the spelling if it's spelt incorrectly. Open car, get in, and turn the key. Seems like a pretty decent manual to me. Okay, so there we go. We now have a manual. So now we need to set the manual in here, Jaguar manual, like so. Okie dokie, now we're ready. So now what we're going to do is we're going to say cloned jag, like so. And what we'll do is we'll use this keyword clone. So what this does is this will work in conjunction with that magic method that we set inside of those entities. So it knows what it's doing, basically. So now what we can do is we can now dump out the Jaguar and the cloned Jaguar, like so. If I head over to the application very quickly, /vehicle clone, There we go. We are getting a deep clone of our object, including its relations, which is pretty cool. And that's how we can clone objects using the prototype design pattern.